The fluorescent lights in the ER buzzed faintly as Maya hurried through the automatic doors, clutching her trembling 6-year-old son, Liam, against her chest. His breaths were shallow, uneven, each inhale sounding like it fought its way through a wall of pain. "Please, he needs help," she said the moment she reached the front desk. The nurse looked up, saw the panic in Maya's eyes, and immediately called for a triage nurse. Within seconds, Maya was rushed through the swinging doors into the examination area. She'd been here before, years ago, for volunteer rotations during nursing school. But today, remembering anything beyond Liam's struggle felt impossible. The triage nurse touched Liam's forehead. "He's burning up, high fever, labored breathing, could be pneumonia. We need a doctor right away." Maya nodded, heart twisting. The nurse stepped out to get the attending. Seconds stretched. Liam whimpered, his small fingers gripping Maya's blouse. She whispered, "It's okay, baby. Mommy's here." The curtain swished open. Maya looked up, then froze. The doctor standing in front of her wasn't just the attending physician. He was her past doctor, Adrian Hale, her ex, and, though he never knew it, Liam's father. His eyes widened the moment he saw her. It was the same look she remembered from the night they ended things, shocked, wounded, confused. "Maya," he breathed. For a heartbeat, she forgot how to function. She forgot where she was. She forgot the years that had passed. Everything slammed back at once. The breakup, the unanswered phone calls, the letter she never sent, the ultrasound photos she hid in a drawer, and the boy lying on the gurney, his child. "Adrian," her voice cracked. He snapped out of his daze when Liam coughed violently, gasping for air. The doctor in him overtook the man instantly. "Let me see him," Adrian said, stepping forward. Maya hesitated for only a second, then nodded. Adrian examined Liam with focused precision. His hands were gentle, practiced. He asked clinical questions, but Maya could see him stealing glances at the boy's face. "What's his name?" he asked. "Liam." Adrian paused. Something flickered in his eyes. "How old is he?" 6. Another pause. A deep one. He looked at her, not as a doctor, but as the man she once loved. 6. Before she could respond, Liam's breathing hitched again. Adrian returned to full professional mode. "We need imaging. And labs. I suspect pneumonia, but let's confirm. The fever is dangerously high." He slipped out of the room to set everything in motion. 20 minutes later, after chest x-rays and bloodwork, they were back in the exam room. Liam had been given oxygen, and although he looked exhausted, he seemed more stable. Adrian entered, holding the chart. His tone was calm, but his eyes were soft when they settled on the boy. "It's pneumonia. Moderate, but treatable. We'll start antibiotics immediately. He'll need monitoring overnight." Maya exhaled shakily in relief. "Thank you," she murmured. He nodded slowly. "Of course," but the tension between them remained thick, unspoken questions hanging in the air like storm clouds. When Liam finally drifted to sleep, Adrian stepped closer to Maya, his voice low. 6 years, Maya. It wasn't a question, it was an accusation, soft, wounded. She swallowed hard. "Adrian, tonight isn't the time. Please." He looked at her for a long, silent moment, jaw tightening. "Then tomorrow," he said quietly. "We're talking tomorrow. It was after midnight when Maya finally sat in the recliner beside Liam's hospital bed. The room was dim, machines humming softly. Liam slept peacefully at last. Maya brushed hair off his forehead. My brave boy. She hadn't slept. Her mind raced with everything she'd buried for years. She hadn't planned to raise Liam alone. She hadn't planned to disappear from Adrian's life. But life was never linear. Her mother's sudden diagnosis, the financial collapse that followed, the move across states, she'd convinced herself she was doing the right thing. Protecting her child, protecting herself, protecting Adrian from a life he hadn't asked for. Her chest tightened. She'd always wondered what she'd say if she ever saw him again. But she never imagined it would be like this, her son between them, the truth threatening to unravel everything. The curtain rustled lightly. She looked up. Adrian stood there, still in his coat, hair slightly messy, eyes exhausted but alert. "Maya," he whispered. She straightened. "You're still here. I'm the attending tonight," he said, but the lie was obvious. He could have gone home. He stayed because she, and Liam, were here. He stepped inside, taking the chair across from her. For a moment, neither spoke. The years between them sat heavy in the silence. Finally, Adrian said softly, "He looks like you." Maya's heart skipped. He has your eyes. A tremor passed through him. He leaned back, breath unsteady. You could have told me. She looked down at her trembling hands. I know. That's it, he said quietly. I know. Her throat thickened. Adrian, my life fell apart back then. I wasn't thinking clearly. Everything happened so fast. And when I finally found the courage to tell you, it felt like too much time had passed. It wouldn't have mattered, he said. I would have been there. Her eyes burned. I know that now. He rubbed a hand over his face. I missed 6 years, Maya. 6 years of his life. I'm sorry, she whispered. Anger flickered in his eyes, but beneath it was heartbreak. And beneath that, something deeper, something she remembered too well. Does he know? Adrian asked. She shook her head. No, he thinks he doesn't have a dad. I didn't want him asking questions I couldn't answer. Adrian swallowed hard. I want to be in his life. Her voice trembled. I won't stop you. He looked at her, really looked at her, for the first time in years. The bitterness in his eyes softened, replaced by something fragile. Is there any part of you, he said slowly, that still feels what we had? Maya's breath hitched. She didn't answer with words. She couldn't, but he saw the truth in her eyes. He exhaled shakily. Let's focus on Liam, for now. But when he's better, we talk. All of it, she nodded. He stood, hesitated, then gently squeezed her shoulder, a touch full of years of unsaid things. As he turned to leave, he paused at the door and whispered, He's perfect, Maya. Her voice broke. He's ours. Adrian closed his eyes, overwhelmed. When the door clicked shut, Maya looked at her sleeping son, and for the first time in years, she felt something fragile stirring inside her. Hope.